Okay, this time we're going to talk about web pages. So on the left of our two screens, we've got all our web pages, and by default, we've always got the presenters page, which is our weather page, and that gets updated twice a day. So have a look at the top and you'll see that it's got the date and time that it was updated. If it's too much out of date, you may need to refresh it. It will automatically refresh, but sometimes things play up and it won't be updated. So if it's saying yesterday's date, then there's a problem. And here's how to refresh a web page. It's the same for any web page on Chrome. It will look like this. See that little arrow going around? Click on that one and it'll refresh the page. Okay, if it still is saying an incorrect date or time, let me know, because it may not have been updated properly. It gets updated before 6 a.m. every morning, and also it gets updated around about 4:30 in the afternoon. So at about 2 o'clock, it still hasn't been updated because the Bureau hasn't updated their page yet. So you just ignore that first line after about 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Then at about 5 p.m. you can start reading this. It'll have tomorrow's forecast and you can read that out. But of course at 2, 3 o'clock every afternoon, this is sort of irrelevant because it's the maximum temperature has likely come and gone, and we don't need to repeat that. And it just gives a basic weather update, and it makes it very easy to read out. And the idea there is that if you do need to throw a few extra things in, such as tides, yeah, you can do that, and then it allows you to continue on. No need to worry about repeating all this stuff, because it basically is just what we've covered already. But if you need to, you can always have a look at these other pages. These are the pages that are included. This is where a lot of that information comes from. The live traffic, and really it's just there to report any road closures or major accidents. Okie dokes. We've also got the program guide there. Again, just check the date. If that's not updated, you may need to refresh the page. And we've got our community announcements. You can read some from there as well. And we've got emergency info, so it's got my number, so report any faults to that number. And it's got some training pages you might want to have a look at. Obviously not while you're on air, but only when the studio's off air. And there's also a fires near me, so during bushfire season you can check that page as well. And if you ever need the temperature, of course we've got our weather and temperature up there, but it is also just to the left of the regular weather page. Okay, so the same with either of these pages. If the date there, or the time is more than about 30 minutes overdue, then it hasn't refreshed. So you want to go up and hit refresh. But this one has been updated in the last 15 minutes, so that's fine. But you might find that it doesn't automatically update. Okay, and so you just need to hit refresh. And the same for this one here is another version, just has different information. So if ever one page isn't working, you can always go somewhere else for the same information. And that's how you refresh pages and get the latest information. Of course, any issues, please report them to me. If you write them down in the book, then I may not see it for many days. And so we need to get these things sorted out as soon as possible. Cheers.